When you're an NBA star, everyone knows about it. No one is doubting or denying your status as one of the league's best. But for some reason, some guys that aren't superstars appear to be hyped and treated as such. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present to you the NBA's 10 most overrated players. And we do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Kevin Love. Love was a bona fide superstar in Minnesota, and when he came over to Cleveland, many thought he would maintain that top-tier level of play. After averaging over 20 points per game in 3 of his final 4 seasons in Mini, Love posted just 16.4 points per game in 2014-15 with the Cavs, and he followed it up with 16 the next season. He also posted double-digit rebounds every year from 2010 to 14, but the next 2 years in Cleveland, 9.7 and 9.9. Did we mention he did like nothing at all in the 2016 NBA Finals, which the Cavaliers somehow ended up winning? We ain't giving Kevin Love that much love here. Number 9, Chandler Parsons. Why is this guy hyped as a star? Sure, he averages double-digit points per game, but he's a huge liability on defense and only averages 5 rebounds per game. All Parsons can really do is score, and he's not even a consistent scorer. So hold off on taking him in your daily fantasy lineup. There are better options. Number 8, Al Horford. The Boston Celtics paid him like he was LeBron James, handing Horford a 4-year deal worth $113 million. That's a lot of money for a guy who's not even close to being a top 10 NBA player. Listen, Horford's a good player, but career averages of 14.4 points and 8.8 rebounds per game isn't superstar level. His defensive game is solid, but it's not exactly great. Sorry, Big Al, but Boston gave you the big money and it puts the overrated label on you. Number 7, Jeremy Lin. Remember when he had that big year in 2012 with the New York Knicks, averaging 14.4 points and 1.6 blocks per game? These days, Lin is averaging anywhere from 11 to 14 points a game. But because of that magical run from 2012, some want to believe Linsanity is still a thing, and Super Nintendo remains a hot commodity. Not really. He's an above-average bench player or a very average starter, depending on how you want to look at it. Number 6, Joe Johnson. Okay, so he averaged over 20 points per game with the Atlanta Hawks during the 2000s. Well, Johnson hasn't averaged 20 points per game since the 2009-10 season. His stats have gotten worse every year. 2012-13, 16.3 points, .423 field goal shooting percentage. 2013-14, 15.8 points, .454 field goal shooting percentage. 2014-15, 14.4 points, .435 field goal shooting percentage. 2015-16 with Miami, 13.4 points, .518 field goal shooting percentage. With Brooklyn, 11.8 points, .406 field goal shooting percentage. Johnson didn't come close to averaging double-digit points to close out in 2016 with the Utah Jazz. Consider him a shell of his former self, not the star you know he once was. Number 5, Rajon Rondo. Well, the man was once a superstar with the Boston Celtics, but once he left Doc Rivers' system and was separated from Paul Pierce, his stats went downhill. Rondo's defense regressed significantly. He had 2 years in Boston where he averaged 2.3 steals per game. Since leaving them, he's averaged no more than 2 steals per game. Rondo failed to rack up double-digit points in 2014-15, and he's looked like a disaster with the Chicago Bulls. His 7.5 points per game to close out 2016 were his lowest since his rookie year in 2007. Unless he reunites with Rivers, don't expect Rondo to look like the star in Boston again. Number 4, DeAndre Jordan. Here's the unfortunate case with Jordan. He has the world-class skills to be an elite center, but the LA Clippers don't run a system to fit him into their offense. It's all about Chris Paul and Blake Griffin in LA, so Jordan just has to pick up the garbage. He gets his points by racking up rebounds. He has solid defense, but you can't trust him to make a clutch shot outside the paint. He's also not particularly great at setting up plays either. If he went to another team who used him more in their system, then he would probably be a true star, but the lack of mind-blowing stats show us he's quite overrated. Number 3, Derrick Rose. Rose was the 2011 league MVP, averaging 25 points and 7.7 assists per game. Unfortunately, knee injuries held back his full takeover of the NBA, and Rose will never be a true superstar again. Since his rookie season, Rose has averaged 20 points per game just once, back in 2011-12. After posting over 7 assists per game in 2011 and 2012, Rose has since struggled to post 5 assists per game. His three-point shooting has also regressed. He shot .340 from beyond the arc in 2013-14, then .280 the next season, and .293 the next. Rose is past his prime at this point, you just have to accept it. Number 2, Dwight Howard. I mean, everyone knows this, but we have to put him here anyway. Howard was the franchise face of the Orlando Magic. Everyone's aware that he was a disappointment with the Los Angeles Lakers, but he was a disaster with the Houston Rockets as well. Here are the stats. 2013-14, 18.3 points, 12.2 rebounds, 1.8 blocks per game. 2014-15, 15.8 points, 10.5 rebounds, 1.3 blocks per game. 2015-16, 13.7 points, 11.8 rebounds, 1.6 points per game. Anybody want to tell us why he's still a star? If so, you may still be living in the past. Back to his days in Orlando? Number 1, DWade. The career of DWade is not overrated. The current product of DWade is. Everyone knows he was a megastar with the Miami Heat for over a decade, winning 3 championships with them, so here's the deal. In his rookie 2003-04 season, he averaged 16.3 points per game. From 2004-05 to 2014-15, he averaged at least 20 points in all but one of those seasons. He averaged 19 in his final year with the Miami Heat, tied for his lowest score since his rookie season. After consistently putting up anywhere between 5 and 7.5 assists per game in his time with Miami, DWade hasn't put up any more than 4.5 since 2013-14. His .159 three-point shooting percentage in 2015-16 was the worst of his career. He's a career .286 shooter beyond the arc, by the way. Dating back to 2013-14, Wade's field goal shooting percentage has gone down each season. We love DWade, but Father Time is undefeated, and his best days are over. He's no longer a star. What other NBA players do you think are overrated? Join us in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.